Hey guys, and welcome back to another season of Discovery gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a Hyperspawn that you can make some really good steady gold from. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of the season of Discovery gold guide and also the classic flipping guide. It really means a lot. Now let's get right into this farm. So you're going to be getting a bunch of silk cloth, also some wool, and that is going to be the main steady gold from this farm on top of the raw gold. But on top of that, you can get some really good BOEs from this farm. Now, the few blues that you can get from here are worth a lot. You also can get a bunch of greens that will add up very, very well. So you want to head over to Hillsbred Foothills to this location right here. And this is where we're going to be farming. Now, why this is such a good farm is because of the level of these guys. Meaning all the BOEs that drop here are in between level 20 and 25. Which is perfect for phase 1. So some of the greens that you can actually get from here sell for a lot of gold because they're some of the best green BOEs that you can get in phase 1. So people are willing to pay a lot of gold for these items. Now these are going to vary anywhere from say around 1 gold all the way up to, some of them are worth up to 30 gold each, even more than the blues that you can actually get from here. So you do want to make sure that you're checking the prices on all of the green BOEs that you get from this farm, and that is going to be another way that is going to make good steady gold from this farm, because you're going to get a bunch that are worth around like a gold or a few gold, 5 gold, but then if you get lucky you can get some that are worth a lot more depending on which green BOEs you actually get from here. And then obviously if you get your hands on the blue BOEs, they're worth even more gold and sell very, very well. Especially the braces that I linked at the start of the video. These sell extremely good on pretty much every single round, and a lot of people are after them. They're in very high demand. But the best thing about this farm is the spawn rate on these guys. They literally respawn within seconds. They have a really good hyperspawn setup. So what you can do is you can pretty much AoE farm them if you have a class that can do some good AoE, or if you're just a single target class, you pretty much have no downtime. You can constantly farm these guys and they're just going to keep on respawning and respawning very, very quickly. Another thing to note when you're doing this farm, there is a few chest spawns that spawn around this farm. Mainly right in front of me right now where that building is, there's a chest that respawns very commonly right there. So you want to always keep an eye out and make sure there's not a chest up, and if there is, you want to go ahead and make sure you grab that, and it'll make a little bit of extra gold on top of everything else. Now these guys do drop raw gold, so the raw gold adds up too. On top of that, obviously the silk cloth is in super high demand in phase 1 and goes for a decent amount of gold up in the auction house. So that is what is going to be making the majority of the gold, the steady gold for you that you can pretty much rely on getting when you're doing this farm. And then the BOEs are basically a bonus, but you're definitely going to get a bunch of BOEs if you farm this for an hour. You should have a whole inventory of green BOEs, and if you get lucky enough, you might be able to get your hands on some blue BOEs that go for a lot more up on the auction house. Overall though, this is a really good gold farm. It's very, very simple. You just kill the mobs. They only are up to level 28, so you won't have any trouble whatsoever killing these guys. Super easy to do if you have a bit of gear at level 25. Now the best classes to do this on would probably be a mage, honestly, because you can AoE farm them. There is a few casters in this location, but what you can do is you can just CS their cast and it'll stack them up with the melee mobs, and then you can just do a normal mage AoE farming on these guys, and that is probably the best way to get the most amount of kills per hour. Or if you have something like a hunter that just does crazy single target damage, you can pretty much just like mow through these guys extremely well with single target. If you have a hunter, that seems to work really well also, because they do some crazy single target damage, and you'll be able to get a lot of kills per hour with a hunter, or if you try to do some AoE with a mage. But you can obviously do this on any single class that has DPS, and you should be able to get a decent amount of kills per hour from these guys. Now on top of this, what you could do with the silk is you could turn it into the silk bags, the 12 slot silk bags. You might be able to make a little bit more profit depending on the market on your realm for them bags. But on mine, for an example, you make like an extra 20 to 30 silver every time you turn this silk into the bags. So personally, I've been turning all of the silk into bags and then selling the bags up on the auction house. However guys, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be making a lot more Season of Discovery gold videos and also flipping videos. And if you'd like to learn more about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check out my Season of Discovery gold making guide, which is the first link down below in the description box. This is constantly updated, and if you already own a copy, you have a lifetime worth of free updates. Till next one, take care.